Hey, how you doing? Grant here. Going into 2026. I can't believe I'm still here. This is crazy. I can't believe it. Um, 2025 was a crazy year. Now you're going to talk about whatever environment you view outside of your within reach world, because that's all crazy. It could be crazy. I think it's designed to be crazy like that, to test your faith within, or just to give you that human experience of how to convey around it. This year was a big reminder of um, I'm still working on merging everything of mine into who I am now, and I think I do pretty well with that. But then I always get reflections and critiques or bring downs, or someone says that's not going to work, which you have to consider, and you always consider, and it kind of takes away your strong faith of whatever you feel your essence is inside you, your purpose, your reasoning, how to love, your definition of love, your definition of truth, your definition of trust, and how far you're willing to go. And really, people have the access to go as far as they can go. So my thing is, I've been trying to be boundless and be there more, be more presented, be connected to the external, be with more people to experience. And I don't think that can ever go away. I think that's a very predominant core in me, at least. And I see more benefit with people being more connected to other people instead of just staying at home. That's one of my kryptonites, is I find the comfort and peace and contentment is to be on a baseline even if there's no one there. But life kind of stays still in that way. Like if I'm used to just doing this and doing, that's the maintenance of it, and that's okay. And I think that's actually the goal, is to have a steady, routinable life. That's not going to always put you in a stressful demeanor. Like you want to wake up wanting to wake up. Like there's multiple times in my life when I used to wake up, be like, fuck, I gotta live again. So there's a big difference from wanting to wake up and just getting through the day. And I've been putting that practice a lot this year. Pretty much this whole art journey, really trying to figure it out, the ins and flows of it, and how much of me do I really need to put into it, and how much of cooperation and participation is needed as well. And it's really a balance. I found, like, I can't be too much of me. I can't be Grant. I can't just like have Grant in the forefront all the time. You have to ebb and flow and kind of allow the environment there. But there's still a fire, that faith, that having, like, when I speak of Jesus, I'm not speaking of like religion. I'm not your Catholic or your Protestant or something. The one, like a believer of Yeshua, the historical figure who lived the example, right? And believe it or not, it is the portal to your salvation. It really is, because it takes the pressure off of Grant. It takes the pressure off of you personally, the human, because we really don't know. I'm still on the fence. I'm glad we have the symbol of Jesus, or the symbol of infinite life, or the eternal gift of allowance, compassion, forgiveness. But there's also the cornerstone is humanity. And it reminds you that is the righteous line, and there's a circulation to it. But it gets tricky because it's a multi-dimension concept. It's a multi-hyperbole. And honestly, I'm glad, in a sense, you have to experience life itself to really feel the submission to what you have to do in this life, for it to actually give you abundance and feed you a conscious stream that allows things to, I don't want to say manifest, but to exist within your choice of having a will and an ease of access to your capability. Like, not everyone's going to be able to go up a mountain, but if you're capable, why not? And I'm having my biggest thing within these past this past year, 2025, I've really tried to work and practice on grace. Not only for myself, because I feel like when you find that self-centered, it is a self-centeredness in this, because there has to be, because it's only your eyes that you're seeing every day. You don't even see your eyes, you're looking out of your center. There's pupils in the center of your eye, right? And there's a baseline, and I'm really finding out there is a righteous line where you don't want to accept it all, but understand that the darkness is not the shadow and all that. It's not your superpower. That doesn't exist unless there's light, right? Before there was given earth, or even before anything, before the void, right? There had to been a light. There's no form, no void. The light had to come first, right? The belief of concept had to have some sort of spark and energy, right? So it could come from there, but that's just a baseline. That's not going to get you to the pinnacle of your highness, to where you got to go in this infinite flow of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? That shit's not still in the void. It's not in your shadow. Your shadow's not your superpower. Your shadow is an indicator of what's it like to stay still, elongated, in a past memory, or in an emotion that carries you to a repetitive cycle. We're all going to be in some sort of a cycle, because we're going to keep rebirthing this. Honestly, with this internal life, I do go off where we all live our 120 lives, and we just repeat and rebirth. There's also multiple dimensions happening all at once. All your memories, all your past, all your future, all your dreams. Like even this right now, this has all happened, and it's all happening now. And the cool thing is I can put this in a capsule, like this video here, put it in a little pill, and you can have it right now, which is different from the reality where this grant or this body is now. There's a lot of nows going on. You're in a now where I'm not here, but I am here, right? So this is multi-dimension, very multi-dimension. And guess who else is here? You, and a reason to be here, right? So you're here for a reason. So what did I learn in 2025? It's more not as learning, but more as practicing and seeing the evidence that everything has a reason, and everything's connected, and everything ripples. And it makes me more concreted on the beliefs of like physics, like in a metaphysical way, that we are in a holograph, or something that is it's not even distance, it's just in a stationary place, a stationary center, and it operates with openness all around. So if I'm thinking of someone else is thinking of me, and there's an open that receives. And when we personally put a close, that's a baseline, right? And what can hold those back? Well, baseline could be pressure being held from the past, or it could be something that's pushing you in the future, right? So when they're like, give your anxiety to the one upstairs so you don't have to bear it, then you can just be a consistent flow. I hope that made sense. All right. I thought this was be a reflection, but I'm just talking about the infinite now. I guess I really confirmed it this year that I don't think I can, I can't concrete it, but there's no longer coincidences in my life. Everything has a reason, and that's very powerful. And I'm grateful I'm still here in 2026. I'm not detached from any outcomes, because I'm still in this beautiful life, and I still like engaging because I have a faith, and I do feel like I have an internal guidance that's also connected to the external. So I'm just here for it, and I'm grateful, and I got to remind myself that, and remind others, because if I remind others, it's reminding myself the reason and guide. But it's right. So it is true that we kind of have to watch out what we kind of put in our forefront. But then again, it was all there for a reason, all for a time. I don't regret anything. Of course, I would do something different, but there's already a timeline where I have lived that perfect life, and I wouldn't live with regret. But then again, I wouldn't have experienced all the things I had to get to this point. So, well done to this human experience. And there's more to go. I am still young. I'm 34, going to be 35, and I will continue to step with my eyes in the horizon and my trust in the now, and believe that everyone in front of me is there for a reason. And I don't really think I have to philosophize too much, but I'm still open. I'm very open. I think you should never not be curious, because that's going to help you in the long run. But don't be turned up, like don't. There I am. Don't. Be open, right? Just be open with your heart out and understand that everyone has their piece in this. And everyone's on different timelines, and people are going to do people stuff. We are people. We have people stuff. So this infinite now is a concept it's not relative in this one dimension of being here. You know what I'm saying? Like having material, this stuff can take us. Well, it all has its own story to move us. So I guess just embrace, love life, and be happy with whatever outcomes in front of you. Here's 12 minutes. I'm just needed jibba jabba. I love you guys. Take it easy. No, 2025 was a good year. I did a lot of shit. I'm still messy. I'm working on that, but am I really though? I don't know. Sears Project was cool. Did some art shows. See, like I don't know who I am because I'm not what I did, but I do those things because I enjoy it, and I was called. I'm like, it's an ease of access, and it just makes sense. And if I'm capable, I shall do it. And there's no need to justify any of that, because you are a special little bro in a Yahtzee cup, and it's good to see what comes out of you. All right, love you guys. Bye. All right, let's go in 2026 and kick some ass.